Hi children, welcome to your home school. This is your NCERT CBSE syllabus, Mathematics class 10, and your second chapter it is triangles. See, by the name itself, we can decide what it is. Triangles. Tri, what do you mean by tri? Tri is nothing but three angles. We know the angles, right? The three angles we are going to talk. What is a triangle here? Triangle. It is a polygon. Triangle is enclosed with three sides, three vertices. These sides are called as the edges, right? So we are going to talk about a triangle. Triangle is a single. Okay, so triangles, more than one we are going to talk in this chapter, right? So what is a triangle? So little bit we'll come to know what is a triangle here. Triangle is a three sides, right? So three vertices you will be having, A, B, C. Three angles, angle A, angle B, angle C, and it has three sides, AB, BC, CA, right? So now, still what do we need to know about a triangle? So what is the three sides we call for a triangle? This is called as the perimeter of a triangle. See here, what is the perimeter of a triangle? From here to only outer side. That is called as the perimeter. Perimeter of a triangle. What is perimeter of a triangle here, children? Perimeter of a triangle is equal to sum of all the three sides. Okay. Then what is the space bounded inside? What is the region inside the three sides? This is called as the area. What is this complete part? Area. Area. What is area of a triangle formula? Half into base into height. Okay. Half base into height. This is area of a triangle. Sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. That means what, children? Angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Always the interior angle sum is equal to 180 degrees. So now you might be knowing already. You know these are all basic concepts. So once again recollect here. Triangles are classified according to their sides. What is that, children? Equilateral triangle. Let's talk about the first triangle. It is equilateral triangle. When we talk about equilateral triangle, equal. Equal means all sides are equal. Suppose if you have an equilateral triangle, observe here, A, B, C. So 4 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 4 centimeters. So what happened here? All sides are equal. Side lengths are equal. So therefore, which type of a triangle it is? It is equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Then coming to your next triangle, isosceles triangle. What happens here? Only two sides are equal. Third side is not equal. So let's take an example here. So let it be 5 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and this might be 3 centimeters. So observe here carefully. So two sides are equal but not the third side. Okay, these AB and AC side is equal. Then if two sides are equal, we learned before one statement. Do you remember? What is that? If two sides are equal, their opposite angles are also equal. Coming to angles, if we talk for equilateral, children, all sides are equal, all angles are equal, and they are acute. What do you mean by acute? Less than 90 degrees. So here in equilateral triangle, all angles are 60 degrees. But whereas in isosceles, it differs. Two sides are equal, then opposite angles. Angle B is equal to angle. See, always children, you remember, if two sides are equal, opposite angles are equal. Next, coming to one more triangle, that is Scalene triangle. What is Scalene triangle, children? Three sides are different. So let's take here. This is what here? This is isosceles triangle. Next, coming to scalene. So 2 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 4 centimeters. So what is this triangle here, children? It is called as a scalene triangle. All sides are different. See, 2 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters. Each side is different. So this type of a triangle is called as a scalene triangle. Regarding its sides, we are going to divide into 3 triangles here. Now, according to angle, we are going to divide the triangles. So now, suppose if any one angle is 90. So observe here, children. If any one angle is 90 means one side is perpendicular to another side, then we call this type of a triangle. What is this? Right angled triangle. That is called as the right angled triangle. Next, what is acute angled triangle? Acute angle means, see, this is only acute angle triangle. Less than 90. Their angles are less than 90. Then coming to obtuse. Obtuse angle triangle, how it will be, children? So if you want one more example for acute, this is acute angled triangle. So now, next, obtuse. Any one angle, if I take here, like this. So this is there, like this, children. So more than 90, this type of a triangle is called as a obtuse angled triangle. See, the angle is more than 90. If less than 90, acute. If it is 90, it is right angled triangle. Less than 90, we call that type of a triangle as acute angle triangle, and more than 90, we call it as a obtuse angle triangle. So here, children, many types of triangles we are going to come across. Okay, regarding the angles, corresponding angles and corresponding sides, we decide the triangles. So now in this chapter, we are going to take a pair of triangles. Okay, pair of triangles means 2. So if we consider 2 triangles, we are going to compare their angles and their sides and decide whether they are congruent or similar. We are going to discuss here first what is congruency and what is similar. So suppose when we observe something, suppose look here, children. What are these two here? This is one big tree, right? This is one small tree, you can see. So what can I say? Do the name changes? No, both are trees, but it is differing with the size. Okay, name is same tree. Suppose, let me take here chalk piece. Okay, what is this? These two are chalk pieces, right? But they are differing with their sizes. Little big and this is little small. Okay, both the names are chalk piece. So here, let's see one more example. Look here, children, observe here. What is this? This is a beaker. This is also a beaker. But what you can say, these are differing with their size. Can you see? This is little bigger than this, right? Two are beakers, but they are differing with their size. They are of same shape, but they are differing with the size. So can you see 2 chalk pieces here? Yes. How do you feel? This is a chalk piece. This is also a chalk piece. Both are same shape and same size, right? So now one more I am going to ask you. Look here. Yes. What are these two, children? These two are chalk pieces, right? They are of same size, same shape, but they are differing with color. This is blue color and this is white color. Okay, so observe all the examples what I am asking for you. So look here, this is what chalk piece. This is what chalk piece. This is big chalk piece. This is small chalk piece. But both we call it as chalk piece only. There is no other name for smaller one and no other name for bigger one. Both are chalk pieces. Why am I asking you these all questions here? Yes, in order to explain you similarity and congruency. Right? So now, what do you feel of these two children? They are similar. Observe here carefully. They are similar, but they are not equal. Equal in the sense they are not congruent. So, they are just similar. Chalk piece names itself or the shape it might be same, but they are differing with their sizes. So here observe one more example. This is an example for similarity. Now I am going to say you congruency. So observe these two chalk pieces here children. They are same shape, same size. We call both of them as chalk piece. Means they have same size, same shape, then we call them as similar, and these similar figures are congruent. So observe here children, congruent, all the congruent figures are similar, but all the similar figures are not congruent. Okay, observe that one here. See, these are just similar, they are not congruent. Suppose if I draw here a triangle, what you can say? Yes, this is a triangle and this is also a triangle, but they are differing with their angles or the size it is differing. Okay, this is a big triangle, this is a small triangle. Similarly, what you can say by seeing this immediately you say, yes, those are similar, but are they congruent? No, they are not congruent. Suppose, let us take here one more example. Yes, these two circles having 2 centimeters radius. What is the radius of these circle here children? 2 centimeters. Look here, both the circles. What do you say looking these two circles here children? These two circles are similar and they are congruent. How can you say congruent? Both are having same radius. Means they are of same size and same shape. Okay, the area, this area is equal to the circle area and radius are same. They are in a circular path. What you can say? These two figures are similar and they are congruent. Okay, one more word I say here children. Concentric. Have you heard of concentric children? Yes. Same center, different radius. Just imagine here. Same center, different radius. We have drawn from a single point, we have drawn many circles, right? Those type of circles are called as concentric circles. Same center, different radius. But now, different center, same radius. What are these called as? These called as congruent circles. Congruent circles. What these two children here? These two triangles are similar. I can say yes, they are similar. Then what about these two trees here? They are similar. I don't know whether they are congruent or not, but seeing the size, they are not congruent. They are differing with their sizes. Now, similarly, we can take many examples. When we think of triangles, which two triangles you can say that they are congruent children? All equilateral triangles? Yes or no? one equilateral triangle is corresponding to another equilateral triangle, then the two triangles are similar, they are congruent. How? Suppose if I consider a triangle here and one more triangle here. So looking this, what you can say? They are triangles. Okay, it is a plain figure, closed figure. Okay, so it is a polygon, right? Here two polygons of the same. So observe here two triangles. What you can say? Two polygons of having same number of sides. Same number of sides. How many sides you have? 3, and here 3 are similar. When we call these two triangles similar, children, there are two rules here. What is the first rule here? Okay, looking you can say they are similar, right? So there are two rules. What are those two rules here? If their corresponding angles must be equal. Corresponding angles must be equal. And one more. The corresponding ratios must be in proportion. Corresponding ratios must be in proportion. So observe here, children, there are two circles we have seen, two triangles we have seen, two trees, two chalk pieces, two colors. These are all examples of what? These are all examples for similar. We have seen them similar. But whether they are congruent or not, how can we prove that they are congruent? When their corresponding sides are in proportion and their corresponding angles are equal, then I can say that the two similar figures are congruent. If they are congruent, therefore the two triangles are similar. Looking same shape, we may feel that they are similar, but actual rules behind it is these two rules. Their corresponding angles must be equal and their corresponding sides must be in proportion. So here congruency means what, children? All similar figures. These are all similar, but are they congruent? No, they are not congruent. So why they are not congruent? If they follow some rules, then they will be congruent. But all congruent figures are similar. Observe here, children. All congruent figures are similar. If they are congruent, they will be definitely they are similar. But all similar figures need not be congruent. So observe here, children. All similar figures may be or may not be. May be or may not be. Maybe or may not be congruent. Sometimes some figures may be congruent, but all the times there is no rule that they must be congruent. They are similar, they are congruent. See, observe here, these two triangles are similar, but they are not congruent. Okay, following. But all the congruent figures will be similar. What is the statement you need to remember here? All the similar figures need not be congruent, but all the congruent figures are similar. So now when we consider any two triangles, what are the rules here, children? So how can we say that they are similar? When their corresponding angles are equal and the corresponding sides are in proportion. Yes, look here, children. You can see there are two circles. So two circles, what you can say? They are similar, but are they congruent? Depending on the radius, we may see that they are congruent or not. See the triangles, all the triangles are similar, but they need not be congruent. We have some rules. We have to follow those rules and see the two triangles are similar or not. Okay, looking shape it is similar, but are they congruent? No, we don't know. So now, all equilateral triangles, if I ask, yes, all equilateral triangles are congruent and they are similar. So now in this session, we are going to learn corresponding angles and what are corresponding sides. So look here children, you can see the two triangles here, A, B, C, D, E, F. So observe carefully, these two are the two triangles. We are just comparing now corresponding angles. Angle A corresponding to angle D. Okay. Then angle B corresponding to angle E. Then next angle C corresponding to angle F. Okay. So next, what is the next comparison here we are doing? Corresponding sides. Okay, first let us write the corresponding sides. Then we are going to write the sides in proportion. So now, observe here carefully. AB, DE. You can observe this also. I have taken here one arc and here two arcs. 1, 2. Where it is? Here. 1, 2. AB, DE. AB is corresponding to DE. Then BC is corresponding to EF. And CA is corresponding to FD. So look here children, observe carefully. When we consider any two triangles, how do we compare their corresponding sides and angle? When nothing is given, observe carefully, angle A, angle D, angle B, angle E, angle C, angle F. Corresponding sides, AB, DE, BC, EF, CA, FD. Okay, next comparison, corresponding sides write in proportion. Okay, so how do you write children? Same, you write this one. AB by DE, okay, is equal to BC by EF is equal to CA by FD. See here children, when these two figures are said to be similar, these two triangles are similar. Our chapter name is triangles. The triangles means it is bounded with three sides, right? And three angles, three sides it will be bounded. So now these two triangles are said to be similar when their corresponding angles are equal and the corresponding sides are in proportion. Do you know proportion meaning children here? Ratios are in proportion. We have learnt in 9th. What is that? These ratios, suppose you cancel, you will get the answer which is equal to the next ratio. Means all the ratios will be having same answer. Then we say that these ratios are in proportion. Okay. Now one more triangle pair we are going to compare. Sorry. Okay. So now if I give different way, how will you compare? So now observe here carefully children. So let me give you a triangle like this. So it may be any way. So suppose if I give you A, B, C, D, E, F. Try to compare these two here children. So it's not right angle actually. So let's take like this. Okay. So cut. Okay. Now consider one example here children. Observe carefully how I give you arc. In that manner you need to compare. Okay. So observe here carefully. If anything mentioned like this, then you have to compare where it is the arc and then you say that angle is corresponding. If nothing is given, normal comparison you can do. Suppose your triangles are given like this angles. So where is one arc here, children? Observe carefully. Angle B corresponding to, where is one arc here? Angle F. Angle B corresponding to angle F. And angle A, two arcs. Where is two arcs in this triangle? It is angle E, right? Then coming to three arcs. Angle C is corresponding to angle D. Okay, now angles are corresponding angles we have written. Next, corresponding sides you write means what you do, children, here. Observe carefully. Let me start with one arc, two arc. Okay, 1, 2, where it is? BA. BA corresponding to 1, 2, where you have 1, 2. FE. And here 2, 3. AC is corresponding to 2, 3. ED. And again 3, 1. CB is corresponding to 3, 1. That is DF. See here, children, when your angles are mentioned like this, in this pattern only you need to compare. Okay, don't compare at the time angle A, angle F, angle B, angle D, angle C, angle E, don't compare. Observe here carefully, children, what I do here. So let this be 60 degree. So, do you know what is the interior angle of a triangle here, children? So that will be, sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So now I have taken here 60 degree. So let me take this triangle 60 here. And here it might be 70. Okay. This I will take 70. Then how much is pending here? 60 plus 70 will be 130. 180 minus 130 is how much here? 50. So let's take this one 50 degree. And this, let me take it as 50 degree. So A, B, C, D, E, F. Children, this is just for you to compare. Okay, now try to compare here. So I didn't give you any 1, 2, 3 arcs. By seeing the angles, you need to compare here. So angle A is corresponding to angle E. Yes. Angle B, 70 degree. Where is 70 in this? Here, right? Angle F. Then angle C, 60 degree, corresponding to angle D. Okay, so now the three angles of one triangle is corresponding to another three angles of another triangle. Therefore, the two triangles, what I can say, the corresponding angles are equal. To prove your similarity, what are the two conditions? First condition, corresponding angles must be equal. Yes, here the angles are equal. Then coming to your ratio, if your corresponding ratio is also same, then what you can say, those two triangles are similar. So now let's take the sides also here, children. Let me take 2 centimeters and let me take here 4 centimeter. And this one will be 3 centimeters and this will be 6 centimeters. Observe here carefully what I am doing. So this is your side length. So now this one will be, let me take here 4 centimeter and this must be 8 centimeters if I have taken like this. So what happened here? All corresponding angles equal you have done here. Corresponding angles equal. Now corresponding sides right here, children. How do you write corresponding sides? Observe here. Any way you take. 50 degree, 60 degree. Where you have 50, 60. So like this angles also you can compare. AC, ED. AC by ED. Okay, next corresponding. What you are going to take? 60, 70. Any one you can take first, no problem. I'll take here 60, 70 degree where you have DF, right? Here CB. CB by DF. And one more, 70, 50. So that is BA by 70, 50. FE. So what you can say here, whether these corresponding sides are in proportion or not, we are going to check now. AC, how much children here? AC is 2, EDE is 4, that makes 1 by 2. Then what is CB here? 3 centimeters. DF is how much? 6 centimeters, that makes 1 by 2. BA is how much? 4 centimeter, and FE is 8, that is 1 by 2. So observe here children, all the ratios you got same answer, that is 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So what you can say that the two triangles, okay, in this two triangles the corresponding angles are equal and the corresponding sides are in proportion. Are in proportion means what? All the three ratios having same answer. Okay, so now I hope it is clear children. We are going to start now first exercise. Let's start your exercise 2.1 here. Fill in the blanks with a similar word. What is the correct answer? You select from those two options and write here. Right? So now, what's your first question here? All circles are dash. All circles are dash means, suppose if you take like this. So what you can say? All circles are similar, but are they congruent? No, they are different. Size, shape may be same, size is different. So observe here, all circles, they did not show you any two particular circles. All circles, they are just similar. They are not congruent. Okay, right here, all circles are similar. Next question, all squares are. Squares means all sides equal. But what is the side length we should know when we are comparing any squares? Suppose all squares they have said. So let's take one square of 2 centimeters side, another square of 4 centimeters, another square of 10 centimeters. All squares, each square is different, right? So if they give you any particular squares and ask, then you can say whether they are similar or congruent. But all in the sense we don't know. So what you can say? Square shape will be same. So we are going to say that. All squares are similar. Just they are similar. They are not congruent until we know the two particular squares. If we know only, we can say whether they are congruent or not. So normally when we talk, all squares are similar, all circles are similar, all triangles are similar, I will say. So now, third one, all dash triangles are similar. So there are two given triangles here. All isosceles triangles similar. What do you mean by isosceles children? If any two sides are equal. So if any two sides are equal, all triangles will be different. But equilateral, what do you mean by equilateral? All angles, all sides are same. Equilateral, stop. Okay. What are isosceles triangles here children? Any two sides are equal. So if you compare any 2 or 3 triangles, if you take here, so what you are going to do here? 2 sides are equal, then another 2 sides might be equal, but like that 2 sides which are equal will be varying with their lengths. But whereas your equilateral triangles, what happens here children? Observe carefully. If you take any equilateral triangles, all sides are equal. So what happens here? 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 5, right? So observe here carefully. The ratio, corresponding ratio will be equal. All the angles will be, corresponding angles also will be equal. Then what I can say? All equilateral triangles are similar. Okay. So, but not all isosceles triangles here, children. Listen carefully. Only two corresponding sides or two ratios will be equal. Another side it might be different. If you want to see the example, look here. So let this be, these two sides equal. These two sides will be equal. This is 2, this is 4 if I say. Then this ratio will be differing. Okay. So now all dash triangles are similar. All equilateral triangles are similar. Coming to your fourth bit, two polygons, close to figure, two polygons of the same number of sides are similar. When they are similar, children, any two polygons, I have said the definition, right? Two polygons of the same number of sides. Two polygons of the same number of sides are similar. When two conditions I have said. What are the two conditions here? Their corresponding angles are dash. Corresponding angles are equal. If their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides must be what? They must be in proportion. We don't say that they are equal. They must be in proportional. Corresponding angles equal, corresponding sides must be in proportion. Okay, let's say the second main. Give two examples of similar figures. So similar figures, any two examples you need to draw here, children. And one more, non-similar figures. So let me draw here. First example here, example A. Two similar figures asked. So let us take a triangle here and one more triangle. So let me mark 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8 centimeters. So look here, observe carefully. All you have to write with the units. So now these two figures A, B, C, D, E, F. If you compare, the corresponding ratios must be in proportion. Okay, then corresponding angles will be equal. So one more, children, here, one more example. Two examples asked, no? What you are going to write for similar figures? They did not ask us any triangles. So let me take now two circles. So look here, circles. I am going to take two circles with same radius. 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters. So observe here, children, these two circles are similar and they are congruent. When they are congruent, they are having same radius but different center. Therefore, this is one example for similar figures. So now, non-similar figures. Non-similar figures example is very easy. How, children? Suppose if you take one triangle and take one circle. Okay, these two figures are different. By seeing itself, we say that they are non-similar. And one more, let's take here. What is that? A square and a rectangle. If you take, those two figures are non-similar figures. One is square and another is rectangle. Or you can take one square and one triangle also you can take. The last problem here, children. State whether the following quadrilaterals are similar or not is your question. So look here. What is this quadrilateral? There is a name for this. What is this? It is a parallelogram. And look here. So all angles are perpendicular to one another and all sides are equal. Then which type of a quadrilateral it is? It is a square. So now these two quadrilaterals we need to compare and we say that whether they are similar or not. So similarity, do you know the two conditions now? Their angles, corresponding angles must be equal and their corresponding sides must be in proportion. So first observe the two figures clearly. Yes, I think you got the answer. What is the answer here, children? They are not similar. How? How could you say without doing anything? Yes, observe here. 90, 90, 90, 90. But do you have anywhere 90 here? No. So you can observe here, it is a parallelogram. It's not a perpendicular. So what you can say, this angle is different with the other angle. Means the corresponding angles are not equal. First rule only, not equal. So what you can say, therefore these two figures are these two quadrilaterals are not similar. Suppose, okay, first step is not similar. Let's see the second step, children, here. 1.5 by 3. Yes, what it will be? 1 by 2 you are going to get. Do you know? 1.5 by 3. How do you convert? 15 by 30. That will be 1 by 2. So, same manner, 1.5 by 3, 1 by 2, 1.5 by 3, 1 by 2, 1.5 by 3, 1 by 2. See here, children, in your similarity, two conditions. Second condition is proving. But when you need to say any two figures are similar, they should satisfy two conditions. What are the two conditions? The corresponding angles must be equal and the corresponding sides must be in proportion. Here one condition is satisfying and angle S is not equal to angle D. Corresponding angles are not equal. This is 90. So here no way you get 90. Therefore, I can say that the two figures are not similar. These two figures are not similar. Okay, children, with this we are going to end our session today. In our next class, we are going to start with the basic proportionality theorem and the next exercise. Thank you all.